Namaste. You're getting a little glimpse of Dakota and what our days look like sometimes. Today we'll be playing with, in our yoga practice, the awakening of the spiritual warrior, Durga-like energy for this Aries new moon, again happening Thursday, April 7th. And we remember that this warrioress energy is a spiritual energy. So it's important that we get really spacious in our perspective, and yoga, that we unite with the force of life, with the sense of oneness that permeates everything, or the energy, the bigger energy that permeates everything. And this feeds us as individuals and as goddesses on this path of life, so that we can live in an authentic way, in a clear way, in a conscious way. We'll be facing whatever it is that we need to face in ourselves, or perhaps there's a situation in our lives that's requiring our energy, our love, and our fierceness. And of course, awakening the spiritual warrior, continuing to step into this place, is about really living fiercely. But it's in a fierce relationship to who we are, but to living the truth, a commitment to the truth, a commitment to what's in alignment for the highest. So, sit well, widen your sitting bones back and apart, and then place your left hand kind of at the halfway point between your pubic bone and your navel, and make a thumbs up sign with your right hand and place this on top. So this is energy of Shiva. Yes, and as women, we too are Shiva. So it's embodying, again, this fierce, clear channel of energy. So tap into what that welcomes you to in yourself, and then close your eyes and feel your breath. And allow your breath to naturally flow as it will through you. Welcome it all the way into your pelvic floor. Welcome it into your low belly, the place where your hand is. Really expand that part of your torso with breath, with life force. Aries energy is life force. It's will. It's powerful. It's alive. And so call on the breath, beckoning it to support you, to bring you more to life. And we'll begin today's asana practice with a little pranayama, Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati means skull shining breath in Sanskrit, because it's thought to clean your aura and make it so powerful and bright, filled with luminescence, that eventually your crown chakra is shining. All of your being is shining. And so we'll start with 30. We'll do 2 rounds of 30, okay? And this is a breath where we focus on the exhale, but not on the inhale. The inhale will naturally happen, okay? So welcome in a deep breath here. Exhale through your mouth. And then inhale for Kapalabhati. And we begin 30. Pause. Tip your chin towards your chest just a little. Draw your palate back and breathe 2/3 of the way full. So it's as though you're filling from pelvic floor through about the top of the diaphragm. Pause. Release the breath. Welcome a full natural breath. Exhale through your mouth. And then breathe normally a couple rounds. Notice how your experience may have shifted. And create room for whatever shifts, changes, expansions might take place. And then we'll go again. So welcome in a full breath through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale for Kapalabhati. And 30. Tip your chin toward your chest, draw your palate back. Breathe in 2/3 of the way full. Pause. Release your breath and return to natural rhythmic breathing. Really welcome your breath into all of your torso, feeling into the places where you could expand the life force, expand your energy, the prana. And then transform your Shiva Mudra into an Anjali Mudra, folding your hands at your heart space. What is it that you're seeking to cultivate courage around in your life? Perhaps it's just generally the capacity to boldly, daringly stand in your most authentic and radiant self, even in the midst of adversity. So whatever it is that you are calling forth for this new moon, hold that in your awareness without gripping it. Just hold it sweetly. And we'll chant the Gayatri mantra today, an Om together, 3 rounds of the Gayatri, and then an Om at the end. Okay? Welcome in a full breath. Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yona Prachodayat Om. We call on the illuminating force that lives in the universe. May this power of luminescence enliven us, animate us, and invite us more fully into our highest nature, our most truthful and clear essence. We bow to that. Gently release your hands, open your eyes, and please come to hands and knees. Clear everything else off to the side of your mat. And yeah. And with your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, claw the floor a little bit with your finger pads. So it's not a hard claw, but there's awareness in your fingers in each one. And the way that the finger pads meet the mat is clear. With your inhale, open your back body. And then exhale, Kali. Inhaling, open back body. Exhale. Continue like this with your breath. Inhaling, bring your right knee toward your nose. And then exhale, keep the knee bent as you stretch and open the front body. So we'll go 5 total, 2 more. Hold here and breathing fully into your whole body. Begin to stretch your left arm out, reaching back to catch your inner foot. Push your foot into your hand and begin to spin open to the side. Feel what it's like to hug your right knee toward the midline and then push your foot into your hand to open. One more breath. And inhaling, stretch it out. Exhale, release. Good. We'll inhale in the middle. Exhale, soften the heart. And then this time add your left leg. Inhaling, bringing it in. And exhale to stretch out. Spread your toes. Really let your breath lead you. Good. 2 more. And on this next one, stretch your right arm out. Reaching back with your right hand, catch your inner foot. Hugging your knee toward the midline, scoop your tailbone and push. Push your foot into your hand as you rise up. Deep breaths here, filling your whole torso with life. Inhaling, stretch it out. And exhale, release. Good, reach your sits bones back toward your heels, walking your hands forward. Keeping your toes tucked under. With an inhale, claw the floor a little bit with your hands and pull your hands back energetically to engage your arm bones. So to connect your shoulder blades to your back body. And with your next exhale, soften your heart down. And then inhale through your back body, fill it up and out. And exhale, stretch your legs straight, working your way into downward facing dog. And with an inhale, bend one knee as you ground the opposite thigh back. And then exhale, go slowly to the other side. If you'd like to roll over the top of the foot as we've done in the past, you can do that with the bent leg foot. Letting, again, your breath lead you. So staying connected to the potency and the fullness of the breath, this allows you to be in greater flow of life. Inhaling, shift forward to plank pose. And with your exhale, slowly lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana and then to the earth. Pointing your toes back, spread them and spin your inner thighs up to the sky. And then scooping your tailbone back, inhale, rise up, cobra. And it could be a little cobra. You might come all the way up. Check your feet just to make sure they're lined up. And then scoop your tailbone, melt your heart forward. And with your exhale, let's come back through hands and knees. Reach your sits bones toward your heels. Inhale here. Exhaling, rise up, downward facing dog. Inhaling, reach your left leg into the air this time. And with your exhale, sweep your left foot through between your hands, lunge pose. Inhale your back thigh up to the sky, and exhaling, scissor your hips. Then inhale your hands to your front thigh and pushing down, really get hollow through your belly, creating space for universal support here. So even though, roll your shoulder blades onto your back, lift this back thigh way up. And I'll sometimes use my hand to just spin the thigh and then add the arms. So even though we're calling forth the inner warrior, it's in a place of connection to this one big energy of support. Exhaling, lower your hands down to the earth and stretch your front leg towards straight, pulling your foot back toward you to engage your hamstrings. Spin your heart over, bow, 2 breaths, and then inhale, stretch your heart forward. And with your exhale, fold. We'll pulse like that 3 more times. The back leg is super steady and strong. And then inhale, stretch your heart forward. Place your hands and once again, rise up, 3-legged dog. This time, open your left hip and reach your foot over to the side. Notice the tendency of the right arm to move toward the floor, so lift it up, staying connected evenly, shoulder blades on the back body. And then inhale, stretch your left leg straight, turn your toes toward the earth, and lower your foot down. With your next in-breath, shift forward, plank pose, and then exhaling, come all the way down. So for this one, clasp your hands in your low back, interlacing fingers, and pushing your thumbs in toward your sacrum, roll your shoulder blades onto your back. Feel the force of life within you as you hug your legs toward the midline being this super clear energy that allows you to connect with your own power, which is the power of the universe in you. Scooping your tailbone, lift your heart, rise up, Shalabhasana, locust. And with your exhale, lower down. Place your hands, again, come back through hands and knees, reaching sits bones toward heels. Inhale here. Exhale, rise up, down dog. And enjoy a couple rounds of breath here. With your next inhale, reach your right leg up. And stretch energetically from your center out through the bones in your legs and arms. And then inhale, sweep your right foot through between your hands to lunge. With an inhale, lift the back thigh up. And then exhale, move your front hip crease back so you feel a steady connection, thigh bones connecting to hip sockets. Inhaling, rise up, and as you push down, really get hollow here through the belly, so pushing down through the front thigh. With an exhale, get really heavy from your pelvis or from your core, even solar plexus. Reach back through the back leg to lift up through the heart. Add the arms as you're ready. And feel your breath again supporting you. Breathe life into this form. What is it that you're facing? What is it that you're calling to life inside of you, from inside of you? Exhale your hands down and then stretch your front leg again towards straight and pull your front foot energetically back to engage your hamstrings. With an inhale, reach your heart forward, and with your exhale, fold over your front leg. And we'll pulse like that. Inhale, stretch. And then exhale, bow. 3 more times. Good. inhale your heart forward, bend your front knee, and step back again, three-legged dog. This time opening your hip. Push through the big toe mound on the top leg, and then inhale the leg straight. Exhale your right foot down. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale as you are here. And with your next exhale, lower down. And rise up, cobra. Flow through. And feel your breath in your downward facing dog. Just let your breath fully support you. Bending your knees, look forward. Light jump or walk. Inhaling, come up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And with your exhale, bow. And then you can take your hands to your upper inner thighs and just kind of widen the thigh bones apart. And keep that to scoop your tailbone down. Okay, strong scoop of the tailbone as you fold in. And bow over your front legs. Inhale, rise up, stretch up. And with your exhale, fold your hands to Anjali Mudra at your heart. Get really spacious, opening to your breath, allowing your breath to once again expand through all of you. And with your exhale, lower your hands and remember what you're calling in. Stand in that and stretch your arms overhead. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, gaze. And with your exhale, step or jump back to plank pose. And Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, rise up to cobra or upward facing dog. And with your exhale, flow back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Light jump or walk between your hands. Come up halfway. And with your exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, stretch up. And with your exhale, fold your hands, Anjali Mudra at your heart. So I'm going to turn and face you. We'll play here with just a little side stretching. Inhaling, reach up. And then taking hold of your left wrist, go up and over to the right. Now hug your heels toward each other. And pulling the tops of your thighs back, scoop your tailbone down. You get really spacious through the sides of your body. Inhale, come back to center, taking hold of the right wrist. Make sure your armpit's hollow here. Go up and over to the left. Again, inhaling as you hug your feet and legs toward the midline. Pull the thighs back. And then scoop your tailbone and lengthen. Inhale back to center, lift your heart, and with your exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, gaze forward, and exhale back to plank pose, however you want to get there. Pause for a couple breaths here, and then exhaling, lower slowly down. With your inhale, come up halfway, or maybe all the way. And feel what it's like here to get your legs really active. So hug your feet, your legs toward the midline, and then scoop your tailbone to lift your heart. With your exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling, step your left foot through between your hands, and we'll rise up again, same as before. Keep lifting the top of the right thigh. So it's as though we want to move the right thigh bone back to the back plane of the body. That's hard even after all these years for me. But you just do your best. And exhaling, lower your hands down. Then from here, pivot your back heel to the floor and walk your hands to the inside of your front foot. Now with your left fingertips to the inside of your ankle, bring your right hand actually to your rib cage and lift it up toward your ear. Scoop your tailbone as you wrap the front sits bone under you, and then stretch your arm alongside your ear. I love being able to really push this front knee into my arm. One more full breath here, and exhaling, circle, and then make your way back to down dog. With your inhale, step your right foot through. And again, just take your time bringing your hands up, your torso up. Do whatever you need to do, making adjustments to feel really steady in your legs. And then inhale, add the arms. Let your breath really flood your inner body. And then exhaling, lower your hands. Pivot your back heel to the earth and walk your hands to the inside of the front foot. Check your back foot. Just make sure it's parallel, or let's say it can turn in about 5 degrees toward the midline. And then inhaling, bring your left hand to your left rib cage. And again, lift it up toward your ear. Next, inhale, stretch this left arm alongside your ear, hugging your front leg into your arm or shoulder. Deep breaths here. Full stretch. And then exhaling, circle your hand to the earth, lift the back heel, and once again, step back to down dog. In this down dog, bend your knees, hug your feet toward each other so your legs get really steady and active. Keep this as you push your thighs back and apart and stretch your legs towards straight, keeping your low back powerfully tipping in and up. And scoop your tailbone here, getting strong in your low belly. And stretch fully through your whole pose. At the end of your exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Like jump or walk. Inhaling, come up halfway. And with your exhale, fold. Inhaling, rise to standing, stretching your arms overhead. And with your exhale, fold your hands to Anjali Mudra at your heart. Pause to enjoy a couple rounds of breath here. Even close your eyes to feel the enlivening energy that's pulsing through you, supporting you in bringing whatever it is that you're calling forth to life courageously. Supporting you in facing, maybe in yourself or in your life, whatever it is you need to face. With your exhale, release your hands and feel once again your body, your breath.